Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Right, got a few games in the ARL 44 Tier 6 French Heavy. Now, I will go into the strengths of this tank and just probably in the second game, and explain basically why just about everybody should put one of these in their garage. But first of all, I want to actually just go through this game. Now, I haven't put this in because I have a particularly fantastic game. I do okay, I don't do great, but it's hilarious because of what happens about halfway through, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. So anyway, here we are on Temple here, and so we've got the usual split here, so I've decided to try and jump into the cap here. Now, I know I'm going to be taking some fire from these guys. I'm going to potentially try and take a couple of bounces, but I know I've got other friendly tanks with me, so if we can get a bit of focus fire on here, I'm hoping we can clear targets pretty quickly and we can get this base count, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I do take a few hits, but potentially we've got an enemy tank now gone, and we're about to cap our first base. So as far as I'm concerned, that's not a bad sacrifice at this early stage of the game. So we've now capped the base, and as we come round here, we can basically see that the red team is not contesting the B cap at all, and they're mostly away from the actual temple area. So we're going to have a quick look here. I completely duffed this shot. That should have been a kill. Now it's about now that it starts to get funny. Obviously I want to cap this base. Now you can start noticing in the all chat here, the Wolverine on our team, who is already dead, is apparently not particularly happy with me. I'm a noob, I'm a noob, I'm a noob. I think at one point I'm a noob again, and then I think I'm a moob. There we go. Yeah, just not happy about this at all, apparently, the poor fellow. Now, we've got this high ground. I want to keep this high ground. We are a tank down, but we'll base this up. So I basically want to fight this corner, make this a little bit of a battle of attrition, and see if we can take the win, which is exactly what we're going to do. And our friend of the Wolverine just not happy about this. The poor fellow. I really do feel for him. And yeah, it's absolutely hilarious. Now, we are a tank down at this point. However, my feeling at this point is we're going to hold this corner. We're going to keep our high ground here, and we can keep accumulating the win points. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, I do have to be careful with my hit points. I'm less than half health. But I honestly think that if we can hold this corner, get a bit of focus fire, make these guys push on us, try to angle the tank, we can potentially take the win here. Now, as you can see, we've even got the upper hand in tanks now. Yeah, it's I just found it hilarious that halfway through the game, when basically I've capped 2 bases, taken a kill, and we've effectively held this corner off for a short amount of time against superior enemy numbers. And apparently I did everything wrong in this game. What can I say? Sometimes, we just all got to learn from more experienced players like our friend in the Wolverine. So as you can see, we're well up on cap points. We're going to easily win this game. I'll wait for that shot there, try and get the kill on the AMX here. It doesn't quite roll high enough to get the kill, and we take was actually a pretty easy win there. And how did our friend in the Wolverine do? Let's have a look and see what magnificent contribution he made to the game. And oh, there we are. Yep, 316 points. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you for your constructive criticism. I really do appreciate it, you massive bell end. Okay, so we're going to actually now talk about the ARL itself. This is an absolute must-have for anybody who wishes to take part in Tier 6 tournaments. Frankly, you are going to run into a lot of these tanks if you play in Tier 6 tournaments, as some of the guys from GTC have found out since we've started playing. You just see loads of these things, and there's a reason for that. It has reasonable armor if it's if it's angled. It's got a good turn of speed once you fully upgrade it for a heavy tank at this tier, but the main advantage is it comes with a selection of guns. Now you can put a slightly derpy one on that will give you 300 alpha, or you can mount a tier 8 gun that gives you less alpha but has a much faster reload, and this is generally the one that I would always recommend. And it does mean that you really can be at times quite aggressive with this tank. You've got the speed to get round a turn, a flank, but you've also got the fast reload, where, you know, especially if you whack the old adrenaline as well, you really can cause a lot of damage to enemy tanks very quickly, and especially if you're getting backed up by your teammate. So I mean, we've taken this guy out straight away. There's kill number 1. We're gonna give Mr. SU 100 there a max roll, give him a moment of pause so he backs off a little bit, and yeah, we're looking well in control of this game. Clear this guy up for kill number 2. Now, as you can see, we've got the enemy tanks off to our left. We're well ahead in this game, so this is the time to get fast and aggressive with it, push on tanks, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Going to run round here very quickly, get the last shot onto the SU, get him cleared up for kill number 3, keep the momentum of the tank going, close in on our last target, and we're going to give him an infinitely horrible time for the last amount of time that he is in the game. And this is the strength that you can do with this tank. That's the things you can do with this tank. Is why it's so popular in the tournament scene. So not fantastically great damage there, but a very quick aggressive battle, 1500 damage and 4 kills. Okay, and here we have a replay from Dougal Town, from clan lead of GTC 2, and he's rocking out on Rockfield in the ARL 44, and this is a really interesting game from a sort of tactical point of view. Dougal and there's another guy on the team in an AMX who's a low hit point tank when it starts to get vital, play an absolutely fantastic game together, a really good display of teamwork, and that ultimately brings home a win from what was potentially a losing position, and they're just the two of them at the end just play a really fantastic game. So Dougal's pushing up here, and basically we want to get the grips with our first target and start getting this nice gun to work. And as we roll around here, we can see an M6 cross map, and this guy is I love this guy, he's fantastic. So okay, first of all, he knows he's got a good dose of alpha from his side there, so instead of turning his tank, he turns his turret. Always a good plan when you've got somebody off to your side. Then whack, here we go with a track shot. So yeah, you're not moving anywhere, you're just going to be showing me your side, pal. And look at that, I mean, Dougal's managed to whack 3 shots in there, and this guy's, you know, his hit points are pretty much gone. Clears him up for the kill, and just a good display of the kind of damage you can do with this tank with the tier 8 gun mounted. You really can give somebody an infinitely horrible time. Now, if you take a look at the stage of the game, this is not looking good for green. I mean, the 2 bases down, they're a tank down. AMX over here is a one-shot, pretty much anything. This is not looking great. Now, Dougal clears up a tank there, making it a 3-on-3, but this is potentially still a very nasty situation with a one-shot AMX and bases down. So first thing Dougal does, caps straight into C. Now, if you take a look at the 3 enemy red tanks remaining, they're in very good health. And they've just taken out the green TD, so this is a very what's potentially a losing position. You know, it simply is, and I just love this section of play. Now Dougal and the AMX have to give the AMX a huge amount of thumbs up here, because he plays it absolutely beautifully. He dashes straight through that base, and he's using that speed to get up to A and take the cap off. Dougal immediately sees what's going on, jumps straight into B, and they can see that the 3 red tanks have pushed the flank that is on the left of Dougal here, and they've basically given up the superiority they had with regard to bases. They could have sat up on A, covered B, and won the game by attrition, frankly. It would have been very simple to do so. There's no way Dougal and the AMX would have been able to push that position. They decided to get greedy about it, decided to get a bit silly about it, and that's allowed these two guys working together to instantly reverse the situation with regard to the caps. And now, again, just far too aggressive, far too unthought out, push round, just trying to clear up the last tanks, and gets absolutely wrecked for his troubles. You know, this was easily a winning position for the red team, and they have pretty much given it away because they didn't think strategically. Now, this takes absolutely nothing at all from Dougaltown and the young player who's in the AMX. They have both played this final half of the game absolutely exceptionally. It is just a very, very good example, especially on a map like Rockfield. Rockfield is a map I think a lot of people just, especially in Supremacy, just get wrong. They really do. And at the end of the day, quite often, Rockfield can be decided on cap points, with the B cap being absolutely vital. And the red team, frankly, just did an appalling job there from what was quite frankly a pretty simple winning position. But that is an excellent performance from the AMX and from Dougaltown. They takes over 2100 damage, 4 kills, and an excellent example of what this tank is capable of when it is handled well. Okay, boys and girls, thank you to Dougaltown for his replay. Thank you all very much for watching and supporting the channel, and as always, good hunting and bye for now.